Speaking of things that I'm surprised haven't come up given the current climate, like, man, Sean Penn must be just in a fucking cellar somewhere with a crossbow pointed at the door.
Yeah, it seems like there would be a lot of people that are like, oh,
it's almost like some people whose savagery was outed 20 years ago are like getting some kind of like grandfathered in or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I tied Madonna to a chair and beat her for 3 days, but that
was a long time
I got
ago.
caught doing that. I paid my debt to society by making some movies.
Yeah, let's all still play Chris Brown and R. Kelly.
Yeah,
it's the craziest thing.
And
it's the craziest thing.
It seems like it's going to like spread to pro sports and music people, and
those are easy though.
Yeah, it's so easy.
I want like every industry to have to start
like
giving
Wall
people
Street
up.
and
Yeah. I want doctors and dentists and mailmen, and I want the whole thing.
The mailmen.
Yeah, you know, mailmen get down.
My mailman comes to my door with his dick out.
Are you guys scared that it's going to extend to like? Just like secrets though, like private victimless stuff that just makes you a sicko. Like if we start opening laptops and looking at bookmarks and stuff, do you ever worry that it's just going to get to that where it's like, what do you think about when you masturbate? Or what
it
joke?
seems like there would be a line somewhere where, and also just it seems like eventually there will be so much of it that none of it resonates. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah, I keep worrying about that too, like there being too much of a backlash.
Yeah. Or once it comes out, once somebody proves that any of that, and I didn't mean to derail us into this conversation.
I don't think you did. I think I probably the reason why we brought it up.
But eventually someone will get caught making it up. Someone will be like, oh, I made it up. I was trying to get money or whatever. And then that scares me because that could discredit the whole situation or delete the whole. I
also worry about either between that or just the sheer volume of it and the breadth of it that like it'll play into, men's hands and they can go like, see what happens after like a year and a half of it. That men will go, see, ladies, you can't run the party. Like this has gotten crazy. Why don't we? And then we just go into Handmaid's Tale because it like gets so like if something happens where like a dude gets burnt alive.
I haven't seen Handmaid's Tale. No spoilers.
Yeah. But like if there was I guess I'm saying the same thing you are. But it would be like if there was like some crazy thing where like a guy got stoned to death or something at an Albertsons, and then it was the wrong Jeremy Piven. It was like Jeremiah Pivine.
Yeah,
and he was like a feminist activist who was on his way to paint a sign.
Right now, there's a Brian Posehn and a Brian Posen. Brian Posen has just been outed.
Oh, really?
In Chicago, it's a big deal in the comedy community. And there's an LA group of people who know about him, but Brian Posehn is getting teased. A little bit of the drama.
I feel bad for real Joe Walsh because there's that Joe Walsh guy on Twitter who's always like, hey, you ever notice Santa Claus isn't black or whatever?
Yeah,
and then
that confused me.
And it's always says Joe Walsh.
Yeah,
and then
like, what the fuck?
And then people will make jokes and go like, hey, you're living a life of illusion if you don't think that the healthcare should be socialized. And I'm like, this is so confusing and sad. Yeah. Like, I thought for a hot second that Joe Walsh had become like a PJ O'Rourke figure or something. Yeah. That he was like,
I did too. Yeah, I got.
He was like, life's been good to me so far. Life's been really good to me so far.
Yeah.
You know what? And it's because I worked hard.
Yeah, he pulled a Dennis Miller.
I pulled myself up by my bootstraps.
No, but Jeff Davis knows the real Joe Walsh, who's still out there bopping around and being groovy and playing with the Eagles. Like, Glenn Frey died, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe Glenn Frey's death like brought the other Eagles closer, and now they're like I think touring and stuff.
Oh, really?
Something for you kids to get excited about.
The audience is going crazy.
Right.
They're going nuts.
Cold War kids will be opening for them. If that means anything to you kids.
I wonder if you are in a band that has seen better days, let's say. You guys were big at one point or legendary at one point, but you still have to live and make a living and that's what you've been doing your whole life. Like, I wonder if it eventually starts to suck when you're just like doing county fairs and you're like, she's my cherry pie.
Right.
Fuck. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure that,
no offense to Warrant, or if that's who that
total
was.
offense.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's bands like it's each individual band and a case by case basis. Like some of them are excited about it, and some of them are like hate it. But it's like, yeah,
It's usually when somebody gets sick in the band and they're like, we got to get together because Garth's gonna need a kidney and he didn't invest so good after rehab and that's always kind of sweet to see, but it's also kind of dark because the lead singer is like still prosperous and goes off on his own, kind of looks back at his band like, I mean, I'm Pharrell.
Fuck Garth.
Right.
Fuck Garth.
I'm Pharrell, and you guys are nerd. It's great. I guess Prince will get the revolution back together again because Lisa and Wendy need something.
Lisa and Wendy need socks. They spent all their sock money.
Yeah.
I like that Pharrell and Garth are out there together.
I let New Edition was like, we got to Bobby Brown. We got to do something.
We got to do it. We got to help him out.
Yeah.